What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Oe, and today I'm going to be reviewing the prequel to the Sopranos series, The Many Saints of Newark. Now, The Many Saints of Newark takes place many years before Tony Soprano becomes Tony Soprano, that we all know from the hit HBO series that I've never seen. Haven't seen one episode of The Sopranos. I do know how it ends because of the controversy, but with the series finale and all that. But I haven't seen an episode. Now, does this movie make me want to go out and watch the whole series of The Sopranos? No, not really. Sadly, it does not. It does make me want to see a sequel to this movie, and I'll get into that. Now, The Many Saints of Newark chronicles the early life of the young Anthony Soprano and his mentor uncle, Dickie Moltisanti, played by Alessandro Nivola. He looks up to this guy is his idol, but he lives a gangster life. The guy is a mobster, although he's a very charismatic mobster. Now, Tony Soprano, young Anthony Soprano, he's not into that life yet. We get little glimpses of him flirting with the crime lifestyle, but for the most part, he's an aspiring football player. He wants to be a star football player for his high school, although many people, including his family members, realize that the young Anthony Soprano just does not have that varsity level. He's just not a varsity level player, let's put it that way. They all know this, but God bless Anthony Soprano. He wants to be a football star. That's his dream. We get three perspectives during this whole movie that we mostly focus on, and that is Dickie Moltisanti, played by Alessandro Nivola, Michael Gandolfini, who looks like the spitting image of his father, James Gandolfini, who plays the young Tony Soprano. And we also focus on Leslie Odom Jr.'s character, who plays Harold McBriar, who is a former henchman of Dickie Moltisanti, who ends up forming his own group and becoming a rival to Dickie Moltisanti. And then we have a colorful cast that includes John Barenthal, unrecognizable Vera Farmiga, and a whole bunch of Italian mobsters, all with colorful, loud personalities, which I have no doubt in my mind that many of these characters have a role to play in the Sopranos TV show. These are just the younger versions of them. And many people are going to recognize these characters, or the younger version of these characters, as future characters, but I didn't have that connection. So yeah, I liked the background characters. Vera Farmiga was amazing as Tony Soprano's mom. John Barenthal, he's always great. And shout out to Ray Liotta as well. He plays Dickie's dad and Dickie's uncle. Obviously they play twins, but these two characters feel vastly different from one another, and that's just a testament to Ray Liotta's great acting. Alessandro Nivola as Dickie Moltisanti, I thought he did a fantastic job. He's a very interesting and conflicted character because he has so much charisma about him. I mean, everyone in the crime family and all the family members kind of look up to Dickie, especially our young Tony Soprano. That's his mentor. So everything that happens to Dickie, I mean, the guy wants to be a good person even though he's a gangster, but he just keeps fucking up. The guy just can't help it. He keeps doing terrible things that kind of hurts his conscience, and that weighs down on young Tony Soprano. So there's a correlation between what keeps happening to Dickie in this movie and how that affects Tony as the movie progresses. And by the end of the movie, we do see why Tony does head towards the direction of a life of crime. We see why he heads towards that path. But yeah, I thought it could have been executed a lot better because the whole movie I felt like we were just hanging out with Dickie Moltisanti and Tony from time to time, and then the movie just fizzles out and ends. There was a few storylines they set up that were just not strong enough in my opinion. Like the Harold McBriar storyline started off pretty strong. I liked the whole backdrop of the Newark riots. That was pretty interesting. It made for some really haunting and intense scenes. They also started to build up a rivalry between Harold's character and Dickie, but that never picked up enough steam for me to be that invested in it. There was some interesting scenes, but yeah, that should have been at the forefront of the movie, and at the end, that storyline also fizzled out and just died. Yeah, this movie really favors Soprano fans. If you're a big Soprano fan, you're gonna love all the Easter eggs, all the subtle nuances that are in this movie. But for all our casual fans or people who haven't seen The Sopranos, yeah, you're not going to have that connection with these characters and this world that much. At least I didn't. I mean, I had somewhat of a good time. It's a great looking movie, great cinematography. It looks great. But yeah, there was really no memorable parts of the movie for me. I mean, there is a torture scene with a drill that I found pretty damn brutal and entertaining.
Put him on the table. I think I just got this jacket.
So at the end of the day, does this movie make me want to go out and binge watch the show of The Sopranos? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, unfortunately, but it does make me want to watch more movies in this world, because the way the movie ends, it sets up for Tony Soprano, heading towards that life of crime. And I would like to see more of that. I would like to see more of that, him becoming the man he turns out to be. So I would be 100% down for a trilogy of the Many Saints of Newark Sopranos universe. I'd be okay with that. And if I didn't know that Anthony Soprano would grow up to be the man that he is in the in the series of The Sopranos, I really don't think I would have cared at all about his character. So I'm gonna have to rate the Many Saints of Newark. I'm gonna rate it a 7.4. So that's my review of the Many Saints of Newark. Like I said, I hope there's a future for this series. I'd like to see more movies about the young Tony Soprano before I jump into the series. I think that's how I'm going to let it play out. So yeah, that's my review of the Many Saints of Newark. Post down in the comment section down below what you rate the movie. Have you seen it yet? And if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see me again, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you all next time. See ya!